all left, whichever one you like. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, fellow pandemic travelers, this is Seattle Pandemic Shutdown day 76. I think yesterday I said day 73, and it's not. That was day 75. Oh God in heaven, come on, step on it. We're deep here. We're deep. Come on. Look, there's more traffic now. People are basically trying to kind of go about their business as sort of what's happening. And you feel that? Those are the humps in the road. Yeah, because we didn't repave the streets when we had the chance. We had a chance of a lifetime to repave everything, and we didn't do it. Anyways, what's going on? So, people still are persisting with the mask confusion, and I don't know, I don't really know how to crack this. So people are saying that the virus is so small that even N95 masks don't stop it from, being inhaled. But that's not actually the case. Yes, the microbe itself is very small, but it is adhered to larger water particles in the air that do get caught by masks. And people are sharing the video of Dr. Fauci saying that people shouldn't wear masks, but that's from like March when they were still telling people to not wear masks. Now, him, the CDC, and the Surgeon General are recommending that people wear masks of kind of any type, cloth masks, N95, surgical masks, ear loop masks, whatever. So I think that's kind of the silver bullet for that argument, which is if these N95s and surgical masks and stuff didn't work, then all of our healthcare workers who have been exposed to COVID patients would have all been exposed and essentially would all have, Rona. And I don't think that that is the case. Well, are you going over? Yeah, you going over? You going to Bellevue? Yeah, you going to Kirkland? Okay. I don't think that that's the case. I think that the masks block the larger water particles that people are breathing out, and they drive down the R naught, and that's again one of those things I don't necessarily really understand what it is, but the R naught is some confabulation of various variables, and masks and social distancing and hand discipline and hygiene and sanitation affect the R naught, because the R naught is different in different places where different levels of such things are adhered to. So, having rehashed that again on one of these driving videos, what else is going on? I have to again endlessly hear about hydroxychloroquine because Trump said that he takes it, and the media don't like that he said that because some people who are not prescribed to take it might take it and it might be bad for them. So we're at like a second, third, fourth level order of potential issue. I, again, do not care. Why do I care? Why would I care? Why am I meant to care? Why do they care? What am I supposed to do with this information that some drug I'm not taking, no one I know is taking, I'm not concerned about taking it, and Trump said he takes it, and he has, I assume, some of the best doctors in the fucking world telling him it's okay to take it. So why do I have to hear about this? Because journalists don't understand or care about what's going on. This is just so not a problem. And this is, again, the same thing that got us to where we are now. All the Trump-Russia, media drama, all that nonsense, and then the impeachment nonsense that I swear was obviously nonsense and a DOA, a nothing burger, from its inception with the Ukraine gate nonsense that distracted everyone, and now we have coronavirus. And the pandemic was developing while all that crap was going on. Why am I supposed to listen to the media now? They endlessly get distracted chasing nonsense and telling us it's all very important. Well, I'm sorry, I don't think it is. I think their priorities are garbage, and that's part of why we're in this situation that we're in now to begin with. And the mask debacle, the whether masks are relevant or not issue, is also their fault, because they couldn't tell us whether or not we should wear masks of any kind this whole time, which contributed to people spreading the goddamn disease. Why am I supposed to not hold these people in contempt? Like, never mind the enemy of the people, even though I kind of agree that they are. They have been since at least the USS Maine. Google it, kids. Why am I not supposed to hold these people in contempt? They continuously tell us to be really concerned and outraged about things that are non-issues because they are upset, or they want us to think that they're upset, right? It's very important whether or not hydroxychloroquine, a thing that's been administered to like hundreds of millions of people over decades of its use, that this is potentially a problem. Is it? Is it really? It's a malaria drug. It's been administered all over the world. Why am I caring about this? Because they're telling me I'm supposed to care. Well, I don't. Now, again, never mind the media being the enemy of the people, which they kind of often are, whether they mean to or not. This is an example of why they undermine their own credibility, and it's why we are entering this new weird era. This new weird era where, like, Joe Rogan gets paid $100 million or something to transition his podcast from, I guess, YouTube to Spotify. $100 million for Joe Rogan to talk into a microphone. Why? Because people are sick of all this garbage media telling them a bunch of nonsense. They would rather listen to the stand-up comic who trains in martial arts, have conversations with people, and all right, wow, people figured out unprotected intersections, and listen to him talk to people because he has more credibility than all these various news outlets. And I'm starting to think that they have a point. Like, why Joe Rogan doesn't really have a reason to lie about stuff. He's kind of leftist, but also just sort of, he can show his work in terms of like thinking through problems. And there's a reason why people want to tune into him more than they do various mainstream outlets. And I'm, again, starting to think they have a point. Like, how did we end up in this mess? It's not because Joe Rogan wasn't fucking talking about the coronavirus. It's because every outlet that informs all these other people is the reason why we ended up in this debacle. And it's just, again, let's talk about hydroxychloroquine again. We did it like 2-3 weeks ago for like a day or two. Why are we doing this? I'm tired of this. And then after this, it will be another repeat of the same nonsense from another week or two ago. And again, I don't want to engage in this. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it, but I am forced to think about it because these news outlets, quote unquote news outlets, tell us that we need to, that this is very important. It is not. And the next garbage concept that they come up with is also not important. I'm saying that right now. Whatever the next news cycle is going to be a garbage non-point. And I'm sick of these people. I'm tired of it, and I'm tired of being commanded to take this all seriously. Are you? There's a good question. Are you tired of this nonsense? I hope you are, because I am. All right. That's enough from me repeating Trump lines about how the news media are the enemy of the people. Corporate press, at the very least, are the enemy of the people. I think that's fairly safe to say. Anyways, remember, I go out so that increasingly more of you don't, or increasingly less of you don't have to. Bye.